welcome to March's edition of my Sketchbook Chronicles. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to discover what's been happening in the architecting studio over the last month. This month's Sketchbook Chronicle is quite short because this month I've been doing a lot of architectural model making and going to model making workshops in London to learn new skills that I can hopefully utilize in my own architectural works. So moving on to the actual sketchbook. This month is more about the study of architectural detail, structure and technical design through the study of building case studies. By practicing my skills of critical observation through the analysis of architecture, this helps me to understand the relationships that define iconic buildings. I decided to focus my case studies within the Amsterdam area. First up is the Rotterdam train station. This is a quick diagram of how I understood the circulation. All the sketches in the next few pages were created with my Tombow markers, using both the brush tip and fine tip. It's one of the reasons why I like using Tombows, because you've got two different line weights in one pen. The next sketch is of the twisted columns that are over the escalators going down to the subways between the platforms. They kind of look like an X shape being twisted in the middle to hold up the roof structure. This section is clearly very quick, as you can tell by my preschool train doodle. I was trying to understand the connection between the X columns and the roof structure. Again, trying to understand the roof system, I went into a little bit more detail of how the roof footing is put together and what materials were used. Moving on from the station, I went and looked at Stephen Hall's building. This is a sketch plan using different line weights to highlight the walls, etc. Then I did a section which explains the connection of the old building and the new in how the user would access both. I then went on to look at the materials used in the building and the layers that these formed. These two diagrams are of the Kunsthal Museum building. The top diagram being the circulation, which is not your typical layout, which is what makes this building interesting and unique. The bottom is me trying to work out the structure. This is another circulation diagram, this time for the Rijksmuseum, one of the most highlighted parts of Amsterdam. Again, using the line weights to emphasize the structural elements. Above is a section to understand the use and traditional structural methods used. Here is a section of the now architecturally famous for its innovative materials, layout and function. This is the Market Hall in Rotterdam. Above is my investigative diagram of how all the glass used throughout the building holds together. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful in some way. I'll see you next month with another Sketchbook Chronicle video. So in the meantime, happy architecting!